Hey guys, welcome to this video on Saturn in Gemini. If you have Saturn in Gemini in your natal chart in astrology, then this video is for you. I'm Cassandra, the Saffron Sage, helping you use astrology to evolve, and in this video we're talking about the planet of Saturn in the sign of Gemini. Saturn in astrology restricts whatever it touches. So when it lands in the sign of Gemini, which represents communication, we already know this person is going to have some challenges to communication in their life. This video is going to go over what kind of challenges to communication the Saturn and Gemini person will have, how that potentially can express itself, and what you can do to work with this placement. So for Saturn and Gemini, oftentimes these people when they are younger, they don't have the natural free-flowing communication that many people experience. So this can show up in many different ways, but some examples of how this can manifest is you can get punished for saying the wrong thing as a young child. You could just not learn good communication skills. Sometimes people as children with this placement will have like a speech impediment or learning disorder. That's like what traditional astrology says about Saturn and Gemini, but there are some different ways this can show up. I think it's more common for people with Saturn in the sign of Gemini to repress their own communication because they're afraid of looking stupid. They could be self-conscious about how they talk. Again, they could have some kind of consequences for saying the wrong thing, being made fun of for how they talk when they're super little, or even, older as a elementary school or middle schooler. But basically this person learns at some point at an early age that it's really not safe for me to express myself. But oftentimes with Gemini, it's really more about not feeling good expressing what you know, not being able to clearly communicate what you know. So what can happen here is this person can be brilliant. They can be super smart, and they are not able to fully express what they know, and they can actually believe they're stupid because maybe they talk in a more academic way and the people around them talk in a more, down-home, comfortable way. Maybe they use too many big words and the people around them are like, what is that person talking about? Wherever Saturn is, you end up unconsciously repressing yourself. So what this looks like for someone with Saturn and Gemini is that they will not speak up. Whatever kind of communication challenges they've had will lead them to believe that they shouldn't say anything when they know something. And then maybe they'll get in trouble for not saying anything when they should have said something because they thought they would say the wrong thing. So this kind of stuff can happen a lot. What's happening deep down for the Saturn and Gemini person is they are afraid of looking stupid, but it's more about the fear of being stupid. They are afraid deep down they don't know anything. And this can express in a couple ways. One, they're super smart, always trying to know more things, always wanting to learn. And really what this is like an overcompensation for this deep down fear that what if I don't know enough? What if someone catches me not knowing something? And it's like that would be the greatest fear of the Saturn and Gemini, or at least one of them. So the other way that it can express itself is this person might avoid learning at all costs because they don't want to even try, because if I know I'm stupid, why would I even read? Why would I even do anything in school? And so it can go either way. And usually though, the Saturn and Gemini person does want to know things. They are going to have a curiosity. And I think in an extreme case, they could repress it to the point where it doesn't show up at all. But usually this person's going to be curious. They're going to have a busy mind. They're going to want to know facts, and they're just going to want to always know something, always be learning something. They're going to have that Gemini energy, but because Saturn restricts this energy, the Saturn and Gemini person can really feel like they're not able to communicate what they know. And they can put a lot of pressure then on their communication, and that pressure ends up creating more challenges, because when you're not comfortable in how you speak, that discomfort and that fear and that pressure they put on themselves will cause more challenges with communication. It's about accepting and owning and having confidence, not just in what you know, but in how you communicate what you know. The Saturn and Gemini person will have to work harder to do this, because wherever we have Saturn, we have to work harder for that same thing we see everyone else doing so easily. But remember, with Saturn also comes the potential for mastery. Because you have to work so much harder for this thing, you can become a master at it. You can become more capable at it, more qualified at it, if you embrace that Saturn lesson and if you apply discipline to that area of life, slowly and steadily learning and growing, learning one step after another. The potential when this Saturn placement is mastered is this person, because of their mind, their sharp mind, they can contribute. They can make great contributions to whatever field of study they choose to pursue if they desire. So there really is a certain way of thinking that this person can achieve, this person can bring to the table, that is just different than everyone else. They can also work well in communications. They can be amazing speakers. They can be amazing teachers if they want to, if they're able to overcome that Saturn placement. Because Gemini is a sign of communication, and the highest, most evolved way to express Gemini energy is to worry less about what you know and focus more on what does the person in front of me need to hear or need to say. So that's another way to work with this placement, to create that looseness, that ease, to create that ease around communication that the Saturn and Gemini probably longs for so bad, is to focus more on the other person in the conversation, is to find a way to let go of how important it is to say what I have to say, which is kind of the irony, because you want to be heard and understood, but the way through that, the way to transcend that, is to, yes, work on skills to be understood, work on communication, but also to let go of the need for that. Because when you are focusing on what the person in front of me, whether it's a friend, a family member, a class full of students, or another group of people, focusing more on what that person needs to say to me, what that person needs to hear from me. This is another tool the person with Saturn and Gemini can use in everyday life to really create that looseness around communication, that tightness, that tightness that you feel, that urgency you might feel around that. But when you are coming at it from the lens of how can I say what this person needs to hear and only what they need to hear, this changes things. This changes how you approach communication, and it can support those Saturn and Geminis out there who are kind of stuck in this placement in transcending that. So remember, the highest potential here is that you can be a great communicator. Okay, the Saturn problem, our Saturn challenges are not here to stop us. They seem like it, but they're like the hurdles in the race that are there for us to jump over. They're for us to learn how to overcome, to be greater, to be stronger, and to be better. So that is my video on Saturn and Gemini. Let me know in a comment below, guys, if this video made sense to you. I love hearing from you. And you can also book a private reading using the link in the description below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get access to more videos like this when I put them out. Thank you all so much for all the comments, likes, and shares you send my way. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next video.